The Sumerians, Episode 3. The Anunnaki before kings ruled men, something else ruled kings. Long before history was written, the Sumerians spoke of beings who did not come from Earth. They called them the Anunnaki. In the oldest known texts, etched into clay more than 5,000 years ago, the Anunnaki were not symbols. They were named, ranked, and feared. They were described as powerful entities who descended from the heavens and shaped the fate of humanity. The word Anunnaki roughly means those who came from the sky, and according to the Sumerians, they came with purpose. The Anunnaki were not distant gods. They walked among humans, they chose kings. They wrote laws. They decided who would rule and who would fall. At the top stood Anu, god of the heavens. Below him Enlil, ruler of earth and the atmosphere, and Enki, the god of knowledge, creation, and forbidden wisdom. These were not abstract ideas, they were authorities. Every major Sumerian city was dedicated to one of them. Massive ziggurats rose toward the sky, not as temples for worship alone, but as meeting points between worlds. The gods did not live far away, they lived above. According to the tablets, humanity itself was not an accident. Humans were created. The texts describe early humans as weak, unable to farm efficiently, unable to build, unable to organize. The gods needed laborers to work the land, maintain cities, and serve the divine order. So Enki intervened. Using clay and the essence of the gods, humans were formed, not as equals, but as servants. This is written plainly in Sumerian myth, not metaphor, not poetry. Creation with intent. But something went wrong. Humans multiplied too fast. They grew loud. They disrupted the gods' control. Enlil, angered by humanity's noise and chaos, decided they had become a problem. The solution? Erasure. The tablets describe plagues. Droughts, famines, each one designed to reduce humanity's numbers, until finally in the flood. But Enki broke divine law. He warned a human, Ziusudra, to build a vessel and preserve life. The flood came, the world was destroyed, and when the waters receded, humanity survived. Not because the gods wanted it, but because knowledge was leaked. This betrayal fractured the divine order, and for the first time humans carried something dangerous: memory. What makes the Anunnaki story unsettling is not the mythology. It's the detail. The gods wear crowns. They travel in shining objects. They ascend and descend. They possess weapons that burn cities and poison land. And the Sumerians, primitive by modern standards, somehow tracked the movements of planets, calculated eclipses, and developed mathematics that we still use today. The question remains, where did the knowledge come from? Mainstream history calls this symbolism. But symbols don't teach astronomy. Symbols don't create law codes. Symbols don't design civilization overnight. Sumer appeared fully formed, writing. Government, engineering, religion. No slow evolution, just an arrival. At some point, the Anunnaki vanish from the record. Kings rule without divine presence. Gods retreat to the heavens. Humanity is left alone, with fragments of knowledge it barely understands. Or perhaps they didn't leave. Perhaps they simply stopped speaking. The Sumerians believed the gods would return, that the sky was a doorway, and that humanity was never meant to forget where it came from. Because once, according to the oldest civilization on Earth, we were not alone, and we were not in control.